The other huge piece of news that just broke, Trayvon Martin's body tested positive for the drug THC, meaning that he had marijuana in his system the night he was shot. Now, does that change the context of shooter George Zimmerman's comments in his now infamous 911 call? Here are some key moments from that call. Listen to this.
They always get away. This guy looks like he's up to no good, or he's on drugs or something. Something's wrong with him. Yeah, he's coming to check me out. He's got something in his hands. I don't know what his deal is.
Are you following him?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't need you to do that.
Okay.
Remember, George Zimmerman, the shooter, possibly also had drugs in his system. He reportedly had prescriptions for Adderall and temazepam, also known as Restoril. Adderall used for hyperactivity, temazepam for insomnia. They are powerful mood-altering drugs. Now, we don't know for certain if he was on those drugs, even though he had a prescription, because the cops failed to give George Zimmerman a drug test that night. And here's what Trayvon had in his system. According to the autopsy report that we've been studying, 1.5 nanograms of THC, which is an ingredient in marijuana, and 7.3 nanograms of another THC substance, both found in his blood, and traces of cannabis also found in his urine. So I want to go out to Howard Samuels, founder, CEO of the Hills Treatment Center. I'm sure that sounds like gobbledygook to a lot of our viewers, nanograms, what have you. But what do you take from this report, the autopsy report, saying he had this THC, which is a component of marijuana, in his system?
Well, Jane, first of all, when you come back positive for THC, all that means in some cases that you've used it within the last 30 to 90 days, okay? Now, it gets a little complicated because THC usually lodges in the fat cells of the body. Now, the usual THC levels, that if somebody comes back with 300 or higher, usually that means they've smoked marijuana in the last 2 or 3 days. So, it's difficult to sort of pinpoint whether or not he was high on that night.
Well, let me say this. Let me say this. We've done an analysis of these nanograms. And
right.
According to studying what is legal or over the limit in terms of nanograms of THC in various states, the conclusion, at least from some experts, and it's debatable certainly, is that Trayvon's THC blood level is right around the limit of what states consider impaired for driving. It's above the limit in some states, below the limit in some other states. So I